Hi. It's me, Gloomy Spice. I know I haven't been here since literally last year. Last video. Let's not even talk about my last video. But I'm here today to do my makeup with you guys as always. But this time to review the book series I finished recently. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I keep wanting to say How I Met Your Mother or How to Get Away with Murder. Which, sure, it's both. So it's icy outside, it's super cold, and we're gonna be getting cozy, doing my makeup, and talking about books. So if you want to grab a drink, this is my cute Hello Kitty cup. I'm drinking cocoa, and yeah. Let's get started. I'm trying to fix the focus and keep it in focus, but it is... Okay, there we go. It's hard. Anyway, all I did was set my brows with the 24-hour brow setter by Benefit. And the Precisely My Brow by Benefit in the 4.5. One side has the wand and one side doesn't. That's literally the only difference between this one and the mini, is what I tell my customers at work. I work for Benefit, by the way. I do brows, if you did not know. And then I primed my lid, I don't know, whatever, with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in white, which is like never in stock at my job, so now I have to like go to Amazon. And then I'm gonna be putting on, where is it? The using the Simpsons palette from the Makeup Revolution collab, using Black Magic, was like a reddish brown before I put black. Also, I'm prepared because I hate when I do makeup videos and I gotta get up and down. It's my Simpsons Makeup Revolution bag. Anyway, let's get started talking about the book. Let's talk about the first book, which is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. Yeah, by Holly Jackson. It's like, I think it's really popular on TikTok. When I read this book, I didn't use the audiobook. I read the audiobooks along with reading the books for the next two books, but like when I physically read a book all the way through, I have a lot of things to say. I usually keep like a character list in the front, my little character list, and like I have like I use sticky notes because I can like write my opinions on them. This one says, whoever said she was in a hole. Sounds like her brother is coming up for her. Just, you know, whatever. So I also wrote down in my journal, let me show you all the page. It looks like this. This is my spread for the trilogy. I'll do an up close one later, I guess. But what I said for book one was that book one was so good from start to finish, and I think it's because the whole book keeps you on your feet guessing who did it, and you really don't know till the very end, and that's what keeps you hooked. So sometimes in thrillers, they can still be a really good book and stuff, but you know, sometimes you guess what's gonna happen before it happens, which takes away, like, what are my books just about? Takes away from the thrill of the book, or I don't know, but I can genuinely say, like, so the main character is Pip, and she is looking at the case of these two students that both died 5 years ago. And so she continues to make lists throughout the book up until the very end of like who she thinks, I forgot what they're called, but basically who she thinks actually murdered the girl. I forgot her name. I'm bad at remembering names, but like she's trying to figure out who actually murdered her. She's not necessarily biased. Multiple times in the beginning of the book she says like he was the guy that, I forgot their names, it doesn't matter. He was so kind to her, like she doesn't want to believe that he murdered someone. But multiple, like other people throughout the book say this multiple times, that it's shocking that he would do this, but you know, because of the amount of evidence, it's hard to like go against that. So you'll hear that theme multiple times throughout the book, and that's kind of where she comes from, is like because he was such a nice guy, she doesn't want to believe it, but because of the evidence, like it's hard not to. So she just kind of digs in and investigates, makes character list of who she thinks are possible suspects. That's what I meant. Suspects. Possible suspects. And up until like it's, you know, honestly, yeah, up until it's revealed, I'm like, you don't know who did it. You're in shock. And even in the first book, she finds out something huge, something huge, and you're like, oh my gosh, like dang. And then if you look and you're like, why do I have 100 pages of the book left? Or like, why is there 50 pages of the book yet? There's another plot twist. So that's what I like about the book series. There's plot twist after plot twist. And in the first book, the second book a little bit, but mostly the first book, they're just unexpected plot twists. And I think if you're wanting to start to get into thrillers, this is a great book to start with. So, yeah, this is the fastest I've ever read a series or a trilogy. I was halfway through the first book and was like, this is too good, like I need the second book. And each book is it's a different case every book, which I wasn't aware of at first. But I talk about Good Girl Bad Blood. I like these copies of the books better than the original, or I don't know if that, but anyway. So this is when I was like not sure. I was like, what could the second book possibly be about? It tells you right here. So the second book, in this book, unlike the first one, you know the main people of the case, they're already dead. This one, you don't know if the person that we're trying to find is dead or not. Yeah, you don't know if they're dead, honestly, throughout the whole book, which is like good. You don't know if someone killed him. You don't know if he was kidnapped. Then there's a plot twist in the book where you think he murdered someone. So now you're like, did he kill someone? He's on the run. Like, it has you thinking all these different type of things. So that's what I really liked about this book, is how she was able to switch it up a bit from who killed blah 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 to who did he possibly kill, who possibly killed him, or who kidnapped him, or did he run away. Like, that's the theme of the second book, and it's so good. It's kind of like, even in the third book, which we'll get onto in a second, which I watch crime cases all the time. That's where I got this idea from, doing my makeup and talking about books. It's not funny, but the 3 books, like murders basically in every book, and the cops were like, what are they doing? What are they? Y'all aren't solving cases. What are you doing? Like, where are these taxes? Where are the taxes going to? For y'all to sit around? Because you're not solving anything. A high school girl is. And I think that's another reason, like, yeah. But That's a common theme throughout the book. The cops being like, we'll look at it later, and then just not doing anything about it. But the second book, in my opinion, just as good as the first one. I think I rated them both 4 stars. And I think she's coming out with another book. Not for the series, but just, you know, making another book. But yeah, I'm gonna finish up the eyes, start working on the face, and we'll get to talking about the last and final book of this series. As Good as Dead. My bookcase literally fell. But this is the end of the look. There we go. I don't even know where I left off talking. I should have looked. Third book was my least favorite of the series. Still think it was a good book. Still think if you want to get into thrillers, or you're looking just for a book, some books that will keep you hooked and help you finish your reading goal for this year, this is a good series. Or if your my goal is to read more series. Thank you for watching. I hope you didn't forget me, and I think even if you like aren't into reading and you want to get into reading, if you want to get into thrillers, if you want to knock some books off of your TBR, or knock some books off so you hit your reading goal this year, this is the series for you. Okay, bye.